Dr. Participant. I will be presenting peripapillary and macular blood flow in non-arthritic ischemic optic neuropathy using optical coherence tomography angiography. I have no any financial interest with any organization. This prospective study is conducted at Department of Ophthalmology, Hacettepe University, Faculty of Medicine, between August 2021 and April 2023. Non-arthritic anterior ischemic optic neuropathy is a condition characterized by a certain vision and visual field loss, and it represents the most common cause of optic neuropathy in individuals aged over 55 years. It is believed that the underlying mechanism of NION involves circulatory insufficiency in the optic nerve head, and female and male results are equal. The majority of NION cases are idiopathic, but specific factors have been identified as shown in the slide. These local factors include dysarthric eye, optic dystrophy, increase in intraocular pressure, small optic disc and cup to disc ratio, and systemic factors including diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and other systemic disease. OCTA is non-invasive and 3D imaging technique and operated by capturing fractional B-scan OCT images from the same retinal region and detecting any amplitude or phase variation between them. This variation points to retinal tissue movement in this localization, and the movement originated from the red blood cell within the vascular structures. OCTA have also advantage and disadvantage. Advantage is this is non-invasive imaging technique, and we don't require intravenous dye injection, and this eliminate of allergic reaction. And OCTA give us more information about peripapillary area view, superficial capsular plexus, and deep capsular plexus. And OCTA is a rapid imaging technique. Also, we OCTA have disadvantage. This disadvantage is inability to view leakage and more artifacts. Our study participants divide to three groups. 21 eyes affected with non-arthritic ischemic optic neuropathy classified as group 1, and unaffected fellows 8 eyes of subjects with NION classified as group 2, and 25 healthy individuals classified as group 3. Our inclusion criteria for group 1 and for group 2 is 50 years of age or older, diagnosed with NION at Hacettepe University, not have any other ophthalmological disease except NION that could affect the optic disc. And for group 1, also we have inclusion criteria. This is a sudden painless visual loss, visual field defect, presence of optic dysautonomia with or without splinter hemorrhages at optic nerve head, and normal C-reactive protein and erythrocyte sedimentation rate level, which confirms the diagnosis of NION. Also for group 3, our inclusion criteria 50 years of age or older, evaluated also at Hacettepe University, normal ophthalmological examination finding, and not have any systemic disease. All participants underwent an ophthalmologic examination at the 1 month and 3 months follow-ups after the initial examination. These are shown our ophthalmic examination. All our OCTA scans were obtained with using HD OCT series model 5000 by the SESAM examination. Also, our 11 patients with NION, that is visual acuity below 20/40, started 10-day oral corticosteroid therapy, 1 mg/kg per day. And this dose was separated by 8 milligram every 5 days until reaching 40 milligram. And after this, that 40 milligram dose gradually reduced by 4 milligram every 5 days. Also, all patients with NION in our study received neuroprotective therapy. This is coenzyme Q10 and vitamin E, eye drop, also bromocriptine tartrate, twice daily for 6 months. We used it for ganglion cell layer and inner plexular layer analysis. We used OCT scan, macular cube, 5,012 times 128 measurement. And this measurement including ganglion cell complex superior, inferior, and void quadrant measurement. Also for retinal nerve fiber layer thickness, we used optic disc cube 200 times 210. This measurement including also superior, inferior, and void quadrant measurement. And for our radial peripapillary capillary perfusion, we used 4.5 times 4.5 million optic nerve heat scan, also superior, inferior, nasal, and temporal quadrant measurement. For our macular parameter, we used 6 times 6 million scan, and we calculated superficial vascular perfusion and density, deep vascular perfusion and density. Also, for our deep parameter, we used imaging program, software program technique. Our statistical analysis shown in this slide, and I want to speak about our result. No significant difference were found between the group in terms of age and gender. But our best corrector visual acuity was lower in group 1 than in group 2 and 3. But this difference isn't statistically significant. Also, our no significant difference was observed in optic disc area amongst the group. But the cup to disc ratio was consistently lower in group 1 than in group 2 and 3, with significant difference at baseline and at the 1 month visits that diminished by the 3 months follow-up. Similarly, Garcia Bassere and friends study reported that while the cup to disc ratios were initially lower in the NION eyes, they increased over time, and different with normal eyes were no longer significant after 3 months, potentially reflecting reactive gliosis and regulation of optic disc edema. And our radial peripapillary capillary perfusion of optic disc was lower all quadrants at group 1 than at group 2 and 3. Also, we calculate retinal nerve fiber layer thickness among the study group. In our study, the retinal nerve fiber layer thickness in the NION group was higher at baseline than in group 2 and 3 due to optic disc edema. As the edema subsided at the 1 month visit, the difference reversed. And by 3 months, retinal nerve fiber layer thickness loss became more pronounced. In group 2 also, significant thinning of the superior was observed during follow-up compared with baseline. This finding suggests that the unaffected eyes of NION patients may also be at risk, and that superior retinal nerve fiber layer thickness could serve as a useful monitoring parameter. The ganglion cell layer and inner plexular layer complex was consistently thinner in group 1 than in group 2 and 3 at all visits, with a progressive decrease over time. The early thinning of the ganglion cell complex observed here may reflect early ganglion cell and axonal injury secondary to ischemia and hypoxia. As described, ischemia and hypoxia, and also in 6 times 6 million fovea-centered scan, the deep vascular perfusion showed progressive decrease during follow-up in group 1 and was significantly lower than other group at all visits, but our superficial parameters have no statistically significant difference amongst groups. In our study, optic nerve heat capillary perfusion was decreased in naive eyes. The reduction in retinal peripapillary capillary perfusion may be explained by mechanical compression of peripapillary vessels secondary to optic disc edema. The study by Liu and friend included 25 patients. Similarly demonstrated that retinal peripapillary capillary values were significantly lower in affected eyes compared with fellow eyes, consistent with our finding. Unlike that study, we also assisted macular perfusion using 6x6 mm fovea-centered octoscans. No significant change was observed in superficial vascular perfusion between or within groups during follow-up. This result was thought to be related to FACSE, deep vascular complex is XENA, and has fewer vascular anastomosis compared to superficial vascular complex. And also, Duman and friends study compared retinal nerve fiber layer thickness and ganglion cell complex thickness in affected, unaffected, and control eyes at least 6 months after NION and found both parameters to be significantly lower in affected eyes. They also reported, similar to our study, that unaffected eyes exhibited reduced superior retinal nerve fiber layer thickness and mean ganglion cell complex thickness compared with control, suggesting the presence of subclinical structural change even in clinically unaffected eyes. Also, our study have limitation. The main limitation of our study was the relatively small number of unaffected eyes included in group 2, warranted confirmation in larger cohort, and the initiation of oral corticosteroid therapy in eyes with best corrected visual acuity that less 20 and 40, and the neuroprospective agent in the patient may have minimized intergroup difference during follow-up. And calculating deep vascular perfusion and density with imaging gist of represent a limitation. In conclusion, patient with NION exhibited macular and peripapillary vascular and morphological alteration at initial presentation with prospective reduction in the peripapillary blood flow, macular vessel perfusion, and macular ganglion cell parameters during follow-up. And thinking of sphero-retinal nerve fiber layer thickness in the follow eyes during follow-up, such as subclinical involvement, which may have prognostic significance. Continuous octa-based monitoring of both eyes could therefore aid in the early detection and management of disease progression. Thank you for your attention.